331 days ago today was probably one of the worst days ever, at least for us. But you know what happens on deathbeds? You think of every moment in your life when God had a vision and you stopped short. Faith is doing when everyone else is doubting. Faith is doing when you're doubting. I'm very much in the beginning stages of my dreams right now, and I want to be able to document that journey.
Authorities say 7 workers are hurt after a church under construction in Queen Creek partially collapsed.
Just praying for the people here today. That's what we care about most.
2 of those workers seriously hurt.
But we want to make sure we make this all about the workers.
Paramedics considered to be life-threatening injuries.
Roof caved in on a new church.
What happened at this church?
Right now, medics trying to figure out if they're even going to make it.
Everybody had lunch. We were sitting out in the parking lot. Everybody went back in, put on their harnesses, got up on the lifts. Cranes started going again, lifting trusses. We walked back to the construction trailer. I got up to the stairs on the construction trailer and then heard a big pop, snap, and just saw guys.
Called 911, called Dad. So I remember my dad called me.
Justin called me. I had just left the parking lot and I was about a mile away, and Justin said, "Turn around, the building caved in." And I thought he was kidding.
So I was like, what is going on? So he's like, just go to the church. So I thought he was having a heart attack at the church.
And then the next thing I know, prospectively, I was at my house. I don't know how I even got there. And I called you and said, "Trey, go take care of all the media. I got to figure out what to do with these people that are hurt."
Like I was driving, praying like, dear Lord, nobody, like I had no idea what was going on. I just remember when I drove up, because you're like, I don't know what it looks like.
I had no idea.
I was literally like expecting blood everywhere. And then I pulled up and I immediately go to you, and you were not doing well.
No, I was miserable. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack as well.
It was super calm. Like the firefighters were just like letting them in and just like asking people questions. And
Right.
It really wasn't that crazy.
Right.
But if you watch the news,
The news made it sound like it was all us, it was our fault, it was this, it was that, which it wasn't. It's been proven now in court.
The news blew it up, but it was the only thing going on that day, so they made a huge story out of it.
yeah, so I don't know if I told you, but there's a lady that came to the church yesterday. She broke down. She walked a mile to our church. We gave her a glass of water. She wanted to call somebody for somebody to pick her up. And then in her explanation, she said, "Hey, I'm at the church. I don't know where the ceiling fell in." So as you can see, I mean, everything's super nice now. The trusses are great. We actually went above and beyond what the engineer asked us to do. What's frustrating is that a lot of people, they don't think about this moment. They only think about the collapse. When you Google map the church address still today, it was taken in that moment where the roof was collapsed. So if you actually go on Google Map, Google Earth, it will just show a building where this is just concrete and there is just trusses laid all throughout.
If I recall, we had 80,000 hits on the website within a week.
Yeah, our website broke. I was watching a Facebook Live of 12 News hovering, the helicopter hovering over our building. All these comments, it was not fun to read.
Yeah, some people were saying, proves there is no God. That was one of them. One of them said it proves that church must not really preach Jesus, or that it would have never happened to
So it's been 331 days.
Wow.
So what's the number one thing you learned in these last 331 days as a Christian and as a leader?
I think as a Christian and a leader, I guess in the same hat, I've learned that God will take care of you. Even, I mean, that was like the worst day. It was 13 years. All of a sudden we have our building. 9/10 of the trusses are up. We're almost done.
I think you understand. My dad started this church 13 years ago, and we were portable for 13 years. We finally got the money. We're all excited to build this building. And then, out of nowhere, that happened, and it stopped everything.
So it was almost like the rug got pulled out from under our whole church. We didn't know for a few days if we were going to be able to make it or not.
Right.
We had no idea if it was going to cost too much, if the city would shut us down.
It's been 331 days as a follower of Jesus. Like, what's the biggest takeaway?
Tons of things I learned. I will tell you, and it might sound crazy, but me, my wife, my family, as well as my business, we've grown like no other with God from that accident. Like, hands down, there's no way that I would be where I'm at today if that wouldn't have happened to us.
As a leader, I've learned just to rely totally on God. Not get down, not get depressed, not worry. It's in God's timing, and look what he's doing now.
Yeah, and a lot of lawyers were advising you to not do it the right way, do shady and try to get money from people, but we just decided
we didn't sue
stuck to our
anybody.
principles.
We we just helped people.
We gave those people meals for the next month.
For a month, we took care of the folks. We gave them. In fact, I had to sit in front of an attorney because of that, and they asked, "Why did we do that?" And I said, "Because we love them."
They were
And
like,
that was the
"What's your
Christian
hidden
thing to do.
agenda?"
Right.
Gotcha.
So
That was a crazy day.
It was a crazy day, but we look back now and go, "Wow, God's good." He
Feels
did
like
this.
yesterday.
It
like
does. I can't believe it's
331.
331 days. Wow.
The funny part is, ever since that video, I've always had people come up to me and said, "Hey, you look familiar." I think it's pretty funny.